This is Nosey with Good Intentions, the podcast.
In every nook and cranny.
This is Michael.
And Kirk. Guiding your noses today.
That worked! Well, it is good morning.
Listen,
in
by
real
the
life.
Skin of your teeth is it morning. Starting an hour late today.
Well, as you see, we're at a new location.
The new undisclosed.
He said, "You'll never come up here or down here."
Here we are. Thanks only.
How you liking it, sir?
Living here?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. It's fine. Yeah, I sort of, I told you I missed apartment living.
I haven't not experienced apartment living. It's grand.
Yeah. It's nice. I really like it.
I like the
Buster's
couch.
here.
Buster's over there chilling. See, I told you I see my boy, my dog.
Dog status. So he's alive and well. He's been seen. He's been verified.
Oh, I forgot to ask you, what's our Raptors quote for today?
Did I do the bees in the trap?
No. You talking about 2 Chainz and Nicki Minaj?
I don't remember 2 Chainz being in it. But
it's her song, but he's featured on it.
I just love bitches ain't shit and they ain't saying nothing. 100 motherfuckers can't tell me nothing. I bees in the trap. Bees in the trap. I don't know why. I think that's so funny.
That's fair.
It's like the perfect symbol. To me, it just sort of encapsulates everything.
Well, you know.
People just talk to talk.
What a coincidence.
Enjoy.
So, yeah.
But I feel like we sort of dig into these moments of life.
Oh, water. Oh, well.
Why don't you go grab it?
Fine.
Haven't had a good camera walkthrough in a while. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see our setup.
No,
here at the new undisclosed location.
They cannot see our setup.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they can, like how we're currently set up. My bad. I thought you meant all the equipment everywhere. I'm like, no, you can't see.
Camera one, you knew what I was talking about.
I'm a little slow. I had my beer today. I haven't had it yet.
We may have to do a little pit stop for the next episode.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
yes, sir.
In our long new tradition of you hitting me with a topic out of nowhere, what's been on your mind?
I think I was going to ask, what do you think about getting your lick back?
Getting my back licked? What?
No, sir. It's like, okay.
I don't mind it.
No, it's like, that's not what I said, sir. No, I seen this meme, and it basically says, like, whether it's 5 years from now or 20 years from now, I'm going to get my lick back. Basically saying, like, if you wronged me, I'm going to get you back.
Oh.
So I was going to ask, do you believe in that? Getting your lick back?
I mean, it sort of sounds like karma.
No, I think
the definition that you don't like of karma.
No, this is like me. You do, like, say you stole.
Oh, you actively do something to the other person. Yeah.
I'm going to technically impart some karma, essentially.
Oh, you're taking karma into your own hands.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Being vengeful, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Do you hold grudges?
Isn't that sort of petty?
Absolutely.
Okay. I mean, isn't that sort of like the whole petty vibe?
Yeah, but I mean, I thought about it, and then I thought it'd be interesting. I mean,
tell me all your thoughts about it.
I didn't say I had lots of thoughts.
I noticed you don't say you have lots of thoughts anymore.
Absolutely not. No, I'm not that type, though. I suck at holding grudges.
I forget.
Oh, I don't forget.
I forget until the person is re-entered into my mind, and I'm like, oh, never mind. I remember now. But like on a daily basis, never pops in my mind.
So there's nobody you've ever wanted to be like, maybe literally 5-10 years ago, they did some foul shit to you. You was like, I'm gonna get their ass. Not saying you're gonna come by and stab their tires, but you're oh shit, go ahead.
So I know a person that did that.
You a vengeful ex?
No, Lord, no. That takes too much energy.
It does.
No, but I do know somebody that did that.
Tell us, Nosey.
Well, I can't really. I mean, don't really have a nickname, and I don't want to. Maybe another time. No, their sister, husband, cheated with the sister's best friend and other girl that she knew.
Dang.
And so when this person found out that the affair was happening against his sister, he slashed the tires of this other person that wasn't even involved.
What the fuck?
He slashed like 5 different people's tires. Anyway,
he was just going around. Everybody
he was just like, fuck your tires.
Trying to figure out whose car or...
Oh no, knew who it was. Just everybody that he felt was, quote, involved or so one lady, he slashed her tires because she knew and didn't say anything. So that bitch got her.
Oh, hell no. Nah.
She felt the stabbing of the tires.
Hell no. See, that's foul.
But I mean, it was like that kind of thing.
Nah, that's fucked up. Because my thing is, we've already talked about it, hell, at the very beginning of the podcast. Yeah. It ain't my business to tell.
Yeah.
But I damn sure, did they find out he's the one who did all those cars?
Yeah.
Did he get in trouble?
No.
So he got some lick back, but nobody got their lick back.
I mean, was it a lick back?
It wasn't his lick to even get.
Right.
Yeah. I hate to say it. I have taken a girl. I didn't know that they were going to do this, but there was a girl I was dating at the time. Her best friend wanted to go, I'm going to see where the fuck he at. And they didn't have a car. So I took him. Cool. We pull up that motherfucker car right there. I was like, okay, and call him tomorrow or whatever. As a unit, they slashed his tires. Yeah, I didn't like that.
And you watched?
I was the getaway driver unwillingly, yeah.
Here's the thing.
I'm very ashamed of that. Well, I had to get the fuck out of there. I ain't gonna sit and let them come and rest me.
Was it Big Bro's tires?
Nah. Oh, hell no. I ain't doing no shit like that. That's my people's.
Oh, it was somebody you didn't know.
No, I didn't know who the girls bought, whoever. It was somebody I was dating.
Oh, I was hoping it was like.
Oh, hell no, no. I ain't gonna take nobody to go cut my people's shit up. Hell no. But I felt bad. I was like, why y'all do that shit? And it was loud. It was like, you know, like in the movies. Yeah, it ain't, it's and
depends on how much you stab it.
No, they stabbed that bitch up. They both got a tire apiece. And I was like, why did we do that?
My thing is do all 4.
Why?
Because then they have to replace all 4.
See, growing up, I used to hear that if you do 3, you got to do, I think it's 3, then insurance won't cover it. If it's 4, then it's considered vandalism. That's what I used to hear growing up. I never knew if that was true or not.
Okay.
But either way, it's fucked up. Just imagine walking outside and all 4 of your tires slashed up.
I just walked back in the house.
I had to give up on life for that day.
I just walk up in the house and say, today is not my day.
No, because, sir,
tomorrow will be better than today.
Sir, I have changed the tire on that truck. It's a mess. I'm like you. I'm just going back in the house. We'll try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then you walk back out tomorrow, and it's still right there. But at least I know it when I walk outside.
It's not a surprise. It's not a little welcome surprise.
That's horrible, though. I don't know. Is there any situation you would be vengeful?
Not so far.
I mean, like if somebody stole from you and you know they stole from you.
No, I feel bad for them.
Well,
because you stole for a reason.
Not everybody who steals needs it, in my opinion. Most of the time, yes, but not always.
Here's my thing. If you're gonna take from me, and I know you, and we know each other, then you must be in a place where you're like,
because it's personal.
I mean, my thing is, if you're mad at me to a point where you're like, I'm going to steal something from you and you haven't said anything out loud, you're just a shitty person. But if you're like, just a regular situation, if you're going to steal from me and we know each other, it's probably because
you need it.
You need it.
Yeah.
It might be for drugs. But I mean, you know.
I don't know. For me personally, I just don't like that type of shit. It's just because I don't hold on to a grudge that long. Like there's been instances I've tried to hold a grudge. It don't work. It might last 3 days.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do wish I had that Bernard in me and I could hold on to it just so I can, you know what I mean? Because for example, when people get divorced, I think that's you holding on to a lot of anger for that, because divorce is not, I want a divorce today and you're divorced by the end of the week. Yeah. Some people, like my parents got divorced. It took years for them to get divorced. Mm-hmm. And you got to think you that mad at somebody, not my parents specifically, but you that mad with somebody for such a long period of time. that you like, nope, we pushing through this divorce and it's going through. That's a lot of
energy.
Yeah.
And I think that's a level of crazy.
Like you
gotta have a certain level of crazy to be able to keep that momentum.
Yes.
Because that's a lot of energy. You got to find a lot of crazy in there.
Yeah, and maintain it.
Yeah.
To the point where I signed these papers, kill yourself.
But I will say, it's one thing like, if we're going to get a divorce, me and you, I may not be mad until we show up in that room and somebody says something that reminds me of something, and I'm like, oh, this motherfucker right here.
Oh, the motivation.
You know what I'm saying? I may not be that same level of mad for 6 months, but that day we walk in that room to settle all this shit up and somebody says something that rings a bell to a memory of mine, I might be like,
I got some for your ass.
I'll keep that.
Yeah. Hey, that house I didn't want, I'll take that.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
I magically want it now. Or like if you walked in with your new podcast co-host, I might be like, nah, I want the name Nosey with good intentions. Fuck his ass.
I'm like, but it's my iPhone.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's a lot of anger to hold on to.
Yeah.
That I ain't prepared to hold on to.
It's so much.
I don't think
It's so much energy.
I don't think I can let somebody let me be that angry for such a long period of time.
Yeah. I can't think of anything. Like, part of me is like, even if you killed, that's it.
Why we got to put it on Buster? I ain't seen him in like 2 months. You going to put it on him?
Well, let's say a friend killed your dog.
Okay, cool, because I don't have a dog. Yeah, that'll work.
They killed your dog. Even then, I'd be like, am I going to be mad at you forever? I might put your shit on Facebook. I might tell everybody that I see that you're a dog killer. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's vengeful in its own way.
I mean, sure. But that's quick, though.
No,
that's not months and months of.
Nah, but if you do enough damage with that shit, and PETA is a motherfucker.
Oh, listen, your telephone number, you'll have to change it because it's going to be put on Facebook.
That's what I'm saying.
If you kill a relative of mine,
yeah,
or a loved one, you know, you'll be court of public opinion. You'll be guilty for the rest of your life.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that would be vengeful though. That's getting your lick back.
Okay. I might could do that.
Oh, you've changed your mind. Your thoughts have changed.
I think it's one of those things where it depends on what it is. Like I'm thinking, okay, stupid example, pickleball.
You can't get no lick back in pickleball.
Well, when you call the ball out and all of us clearly saw it go in.
Oh.
You've called the ball out, and because technically it's your right to call the ball out, and we just have to follow it because that's how the rules go. Yeah. We're winning this game.
Okay, I'm about to bust your ass.
You ain't winning this game. Now, sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes we still lose. But if I have any control over it,
your ass is losing.
You're losing this game. And at some point in this game,
right,
you're going to make another call, and I'm going to go, and I might say something.
Can you challenge it?
You can.
Wait, why does that person saying out? If you're the server,
let's say we're in the middle of a point and I hit a really good shot. Mm-hmm. So this is a true story.
Oh shit.
So I was playing this league and me and my partner, she did this really good shot and it set me up for them to give me a high ball. And I nailed it down the line. It was so far in, neither of them looked.
Oh, okay.
But the other person on the other team, she assumed my ball was out.
Wow.
Because she didn't see it. She didn't look. So she called it out. Well, because technically she has the right to call it out.
But don't you have the right to call it in?
So 2 points later, I did the same shot. This time I made sure they were looking.
I got you.
And the guy who knew my first one was in, hit her partner. He said, that was a good shot. I said, you only get one. And the woman, she goes, we didn't get one. And I'm like, you only get one. And walked back to the line. When I tell you we beat them 11-1.
That one.
Bitch, kiss my ass.
See, you vengeful, but in the moment.
In the moment. The next time I saw her, I was like, we got to play again. Hey, girl. But here's the thing, though.
You trifling.
I'll not forget.
Oh, we know. I heard about that meal.
One day, me and you are going to be on the same team, and you're going to make a bullshit call, and I'm going to go, no, it was in.
Oh, got you.
And when you look at me, I'm going to be like, you only get one.
Like, sir, that was 2 months ago. We're on teams now. We're cheating. So
I don't play that game.
So it's an honor system, not a...
It is. Which, I mean, I will say, like...
If it's close, do you trip?
In a tournament... Because I was in a recent tournament, and this woman called this ball out, and it was so far in. Her own teammate went, no, it was in, and she kept going, I don't know. I think it was. And so her teammate, he finally went, if you think it was out, then it was out.
Oh, you're just like, fuck it.
There's no
money on the line.
It in.
Like it's not
my partner, who hit it, saw it in.
Yeah.
It was like, I even went, oh, great shot. Like, the other person, the other guy was like, good shot. From the other team. And this one woman was determined that for whatever reason, she had to call the ball out.
So it's not necessarily like it supersedes you. It's more so of you got it. It ain't even that serious. Like you get it.
Most of the time. Okay, so I did have this other situation. Now this one was we were just playing around. It was like open play, rec play. And I thought this man was going to come across the net. At my partner. Hit the ball. Mm-hmm. It was close.
Okay.
I can't tell you if it was in or not. All I know is it was very close. And I'm one of those people, I'm probably the best person to play against because if I call the ball out, it's out. Like it is out.
Right.
If it's close, I'll be like, good shot.
Right.
And keep right on rolling. And so I think they called it out. Mm. And my partner goes, that wasn't out, it was in. No, my partner called it out. And the man goes, that ball was in. And I went, just take it.
Right.
And he sort of looked at me and was like, no. And I'm like, just.
Right. There's $1,000 not on the line.
And he starts to, and I went, I don't do this. Just take it. Right. And he looked sort of ashamed. And I'm like, you should be.
Like he lied
you
or he's
acted
making a
like
big deal?
a nut job over a ball. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no money.
Right.
We don't even know each other.
Right.
I've met all three of you today, and you two are the only two that actually know each other at all, and y'all are on the same team. Me and my partner literally met an hour before this.
So it's like
and I played against him.
Oh, okay. It's like walking into the Y, just, I got next.
Yes.
And you just, yeah.
Exactly. And I'm going, sir.
It ain't that deep.
And so later, me and he put his paddle with mine because you put your paddles up for the next group.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, God, here we go. Because I can't stand that. That drives me nuts. And so we were on the same team. And I don't play that game.
What you mean?
Like my ball was it. Like that woman called that ball out, even though everybody else on the court knew it was in.
Oh, yeah, excuse me.
She called it out and like fought with herself, like out loud goes, I don't know. It was just, it's in. If you have to do all this stuff,
everybody else says
even if it was out, it's in.
Yeah, because everybody else has said it's in.
Yeah. The spirit of the rules is if you have the hint of doubt, it's in.
Oh, okay.
If you're like, was that out? It's in.
Oh, okay. So that way you don't rob somebody of a point.
Right.
Okay, I can do that.
And it's supposed to be camaraderie. Yeah. So far, no offense, ladies, but my experience has been 2 women and 1 lunatic man. So, I mean, there you go.
Yeah, outnumbered 2-1.
But I mean, I think it's just one of those things where you want to be, I think everybody wants to be fair. I think you could tell it was 1 call.
Right.
Like we played 2 games to 11 in that tournament. It was the gold medal match. We got silver.
Oh, okay.
But it was 1 point. So, I mean, was it that big of a deal? Not really. Right. But it did sort of change the course for my partner who couldn't let it go and was pissed for the rest of that game. Lost that game. We were actually ahead in that game.
Did they play badly once that happened?
Well, for the rest of that game. Yeah, they were just frustrated. You know, it's
like you kind of robbed us, but yeah, I'm going to leave it alone.
And I'm going, you got to let it go, girl. Because my thing was, like that woman called my ball out and never even looked over to see it. Just called it out. Just assumed it was out. Oh, she did. No, she sure did at the league. Sure did. Anyway, that was the one that I was like, you only get 1.
No, we wouldn't let that ride.
Anyway, her male partner knew what I was talking about, and she knew what I was talking about too.
She tried to play like she ain't.
And I'm like, you ain't get but one. Because I mean, it's one thing like when it's close to the line and you're like, it was out. I'm like, I'll give you that. Because I could see it was close.
Right. Well, if you ain't turned your head, I know.
Listen, mine was so far in.
She was like,
there was no even. Anyway, so we beat them 11-1, so it didn't matter. But what could have happened, like what happened to my partner, she got mad, and so she starts overhitting.
Oh, hitting it too hard.
So she was hitting it too much, and it was going in the net, or it was going out. It was going out.
In real life.
So then the game ended. So mine, I got lucky. I was just like, oh, God, here we go. And I moved on. Mm-hmm. And then we just won.
Your teammate held on to it.
The ball that she called out, we were the server, so they didn't win a point. They just got the serve.
So it was easy for you to let it go because, again...
They just got the serve. Even if they would have gotten a point.
Right.
You still have to let it go.
Now, what if it was the game-winning point? Would you have probably...
no, I would have... No. Not on match point.
Oh,
no,
okay.
No.
You're like, hold.
I'd have been like, You can do this any other time but match point. Yeah, I ain't doing this on match point. You
can't do it with blinders.
Yeah.
Okay,
you can earn this. You can earn this game, and that's fine.
Right.
That right there, not on match point.
Do they have refs when it's like the tournaments?
One. I think I've played one tournament where the gold medal match had a referee, but it's usually like the higher level groups.
Oh, okay, but they're not like adamant about it. It's more
no. And a lot of times it was the referee really was just like would sort of watch just to see if the ball would go out. So if there was a close call and somebody was like, did you like a lot of times like the pros, you'll watch the pros and they'll have referees on both sides and they're just watching the game and they're watching to make sure you don't step in the kitchen at the wrong time or whatever, blah, blah. And sometimes you'll see the pro, they'll hit a ball and they'll call it out and no malice or anger. They'll just go, did you see it? To the referee. Just as a confirmation. Double check. Yeah. So that I think that's only happened once, and it wasn't. He wasn't that invested. He literally just called the score. That was all he did. He wasn't as invested as the referees that are getting paid to be there. He was like, I don't know. Fuck it. I wasn't really looking. He messed up the score a few times, and I was like,
did he?
Like, could we get a different referee?
Yeah. You ain't got to be.
I'm like, are you writing anything down?
Not a damn thing.
No,
ain't no tally
just
marks.
Just memory. And I will. Am I the right server? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Nobody was like, could you do something about this?
So me and my partner, we knew the other two, and so we sort of like honor system. Right. We're like, we good? Okay, we're good. You know what I mean? It was like...
You're like, ma'am, sir, you ain't paying attention.
I wouldn't pay you to do this job for nothing because you're not good at it. And it's one of those things where that's a lot of work. Like to pay attention to two different sides.
You think so?
And also keep track of the score and who's serving. Because see, you get each person gets to serve.
Yeah.
So, but you've got to, so let's say me and you are on a team. So we start like this. Mm-hmm. So you serve and we win the point.
Yeah.
We now switch.
Oh, I don't keep serving.
You keep serving, but you move over to this side. Have you ever seen tennis?
Yeah.
You know how you serve, like one person serves a whole game.
They do?
Love 15, love 30, love 40. Game.
Okay, I've watched tennis, but not sat and really watched it.
So you're standing side by side in two different little boxes.
Yeah.
Well, outside one. Anyway, so you serve and you win the serve. So me and you switch boxes.
Okay.
So you serve again and we lose the ball, and then I serve from this box, the box you originally served from, and we lose that one. We're now stuck this way.
Until it's our turn to serve again.
Until we serve again and win a point and switch again.
Oh, okay.
So there's more to it. But basically, so when we come back, I'm now the first server and you'll be the second server. So I have to remember when we get it back that I'm on this side and I'm number one server.
And the ref is technically supposed to keep up with all of that.
But sometimes what happens is a point goes, you hit it back and forth and we start moving around the court.
You don't forgot what side you're on.
And we look up and the point's over and we go, shit, which one is it? Was I serving? Were you serving?
Kind of,
and you just sort of like, okay. The pros, they look at their referee and go, am I the right server? Am I in the right spot? And the referee goes, yes, you're good. And then they serve. Us lowly bitches who are just playing on the court, we have to go, were you serving? Was I serving? And then you look at the other side, you're like, were you serving? Was that our serve?
Right.
Because so much has happened and you're all like, the adrenaline's pumping, and you're like, what?
So that's why the whole out and in thing, you're just like, it ain't that deep.
That's why, yeah.
We got enough to remember.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you might be a little lick back kind of person.
I'm more of a the best. I can't remember the exact quote, and I don't remember the first time I heard it, but success is the best revenge. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
That woman called the ball out, and we ended up losing because my partner literally could not let it go.
Right.
That's not the best revenge. She didn't get her lick back.
But you said you basically skunked somebody 11-1, or was that a different?
That was a totally different thing. No, that's because
you got your lick
I luckily let it go, and I just moved on.
Do you think it affected the other team though?
I hope so.
Sir, that is not how it's supposed to work.
Here's my thing. Like, I'm that person. If there is, when I tell you, I look at the ball and I'm like, that ball was out. If a moment of doubt comes in my head, it's in. Even if it's a split second, was it? Out. It's in. Like, I'm that person. The spirit of the game is, if you have any doubt, it's in.
That's just an understanding.
Just basic rule for everybody.
Okay.
Some people try to ask other people. That drives me crazy. I just go, if I have a moment of doubt, it's in.
Right, because we're moving on. Yeah.
There's too many points to play for me to be worried about this one point in this one moment. So that's just me. I just expect that from other people. Like, you see I'm doing it, just do it.
Yeah, but you can't expect.
And when they don't, I have to let it go.
Right.
Because I can't control them.
That or you beat
what I can do is control me and try to win. Try to still win. Here's what's weird. I don't care if I win. I'm not competitive in that way. But when you make a bad call, I'm like,
I got to win.
I might try to win this time.
That's the guy's got 14 gold medals.
But most of them are silver. But it's one of those kind of things where I'm like, I'm only really invested when you're stupid. Like, when you sort of break the spirit of the game, then I'm like,
oh, you trying to cheat, motherfucker? I got your ass.
Yeah. And even though they're really not. Literally, out of two games, cheating, 2 games to 11, which is a lot. Like, we had a lot of back and forth. Even though the points, I think they beat us 11-9 that first game. Okay. And they beat us 12-10 the next game. So, it was like, so you think all those were serves and points. And then you have to think of all the serves and that didn't have points attached to them. And the rotating and the moving and you think like one bad call out of all that.
Oh, okay. So I would have been able to
move on.
Yeah, that ain't that deep.
But there is a part of me that in that moment when I go, that was a bad call, you really shouldn't have done that. Spirit of the game, you're not going to do it anyway. Okay, great. There is a part of me that goes, I really hope we win this.
Piece of shit.
And I might be a smidge more aggressive than I normally would be. But I can't be too aggressive because then I start overhitting it.
Right.
Like what happened
to my partner. It's fucking up your game, yeah.
And then I lose. And then it's like, well, you got me, gal.
Well, see, for me, I think there's times when I've wanted to get my lick back and I let it go. And then I reflect back and I'm like, well, I didn't say nothing. Even if it's not literally stabbing up some tires or whipping some ass in pickleball.
Yeah.
There's been time, many, many years ago when I was in A school, which is you learn your job in the Navy. So we was all in a club in Pensacola, Florida. We don't live there now. You can eliminate that from the list as well. So who was down there? We were in the club.
I mean, close.
Yeah, it's pretty true. So we was in the club, we having a good time. And mind you, I'm light skinned, and at the time I was not in shape whatsoever, still about $140 soaking wet. So I got bumped.
What's different now?
I'm
kidding.
But no, so I got bumped in the club, and I let it go because I'm not very confrontational.
Do you think it was on purpose?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Oh.
Yeah. And part of me was like, I let it go.
Yeah.
And then I think as more alcohol got into my system, I felt like, why did I let that go? Why did I just, again, I mean, not that I would have accomplished anything, but well, fuck you, watch where the fuck you going. But sometimes I do wish I would have went back, I would have been like, hey man, what the fuck was that about?
Yeah.
But then sometimes it's kind of like.
I think part of me, I don't want to know.
What would have happened?
If you bump me intentionally, I'm like,
oh, it wasn't a hey boo. It was a.
What I'm saying is,
it wasn't flirting. It was,
if you bump me aggressively,
yeah, it was aggressive,
intentionally to me,
bumping with bad intentions.
I don't want to know because you probably have a gun. You're going to shoot me.
This is fair.
If you're ballsy enough to publicly walk at me and run into me on purpose,
right?
You're crazy.
Maybe not. What if they're drunk and just some people get that liquid courage?
You're crazy.
You think so?
I don't care if you're drunk. I don't care how drunk you are.
No, I don't do the road rage thing. Like if somebody, I'm not pulling over. We're not getting into fisticuffs in the streets. Because I do agree, especially in some of the states in America, it's open carry. I don't need you to kill me because you needed to get to McDonald's drive-through faster than I did. It ain't that deep to me. So I will say, road rage incidents, that's not my thing.
But I'm talking about like you have to think like for somebody to be, I guess, mad at you enough.
I mean, they might
to
just be like,
come over to the club and hit you.
Well, he didn't just come from nowhere. We were walking past each other, but it was still I'm going to run into you. At least that's how I perceived it. It was,
you're a nut.
That might be true.
You're a level of crazy that I don't want to deal with.
You ain't ready for that?
If you can hit me on purpose as we walk by each other, you're a level of crazy I don't want to be anywhere near.
You want that smoke?
Let me just remember your face because I'll not be near you.
But see, sometimes that warrants an ass whip. But that goes back to the black community and disrespect. That was disrespectful as a motherfucker. Reflecting back. But I didn't take it as disrespect.
My life of freedom is so much better than a bullet, a knife, or jail.
There's lots of people in jail over disrespect. I hate to say that. And I ain't trying to be that person or be dead.
Correct.
So sometimes the saying is pick and choose your battles.
With a crazy person?
Yeah.
It's never to pick that battle.
Let them win the war.
Listen, I've had people hit me and I go, my bad.
What do you mean hit you? Like punch you?
Like, no. Like that walk by and hit me and I go, oops, sorry. And keep right on walking because you're a lunatic.
Oh, like they've done that deliberate?
Yes.
Sometimes I don't like that.
You're a lunatic. My bad, boo. Keep right on stepping. Because they can't start anything. Oops, my bad. You're going to fight somebody that said sorry?
So, yeah. Thank you. That's fair.
Camera one, there's your lesson for today.
Kevin Hart said, bring it in. He said, once he stood up, he was like, bring it in. So that's what you hit him with. You said, bring it in.
Yeah. No. Don't touch me. Sorry about that, boo. Oops.
See, but sometimes I don't like that. I get what you're saying because I have.
Get the fuck away from me. You are crazy. Listen, you're looking for a fight.
Yeah.
You are crazy. If you're looking for a fight, you're crazy.
Oh, it's people that used to go growing up. There were people that went, you knew them when they walked in some of the neighborhoods I lived in. They went to the club to whip some ass.
Yeah.
They ain't go there to chase no women. They ain't go there to get drunk, to smoke, whatever. They went there to whip some ass and go on about their day.
Yeah.
And my saying used to be.
It ain't going to be this one.
Yeah. All my
I don't want to be a part of it.
Vagina in the club. How can you come in here pressed to fight somebody? But they want that. They don't even want to lick back. They want to start with the lick and see if you want to lick back. See,
do you think they think that's attractive and that'll attract women to them?
Nah, I think it's just a mindset.
Was he ugly?
I don't know.
Can't remember. It's been a while.
I don't remember what he looked like. This is 2008. Damn, that was 15 years ago. So a bitch. Why I'm old. Good Lord.
Listen.
Man, I was like 24.
The people that were born into... this blows my mind every day of this whole year.
Well,
the people that were born in 2000 or 22 this year. Or about to turn 22 at some point in this year.
That's very weird.
That's crazy to me.
That's very weird.
I'm like... Because, I graduated high school in 2002.
Yeah. I graduated.
I'm like, I graduated high school when you were 2, and you're now 22.
I mean, hey, it happens.
But part of me is like, you're 22. I'm only 38.
Yeah, that's the other part about it. Because 37 and 38 is not old.
No.
But when you say it to somebody that's, I got it. Oh, shit. Who the fuck I was telling this the other day? It was literally within the last 2 that, my homeboy Mike. So we chopping it up through text. And I was like, hey man, we getting old. He was like, why you say that? I said, somebody called me big homie. I was like, I ain't ready to be big homie.
What's big homie?
Like,
is that an old person?
Yes. It's like a respectful way to say like old guy. You the big homie.
Oh,
I didn't like that.
It sounded positive.
It's not a disrespectful thing. It's just an age. It's an age and a respect thing. I didn't want to be called the big homie. I ain't old, goddammit. I am not the big. That's what we call it. I am not the big homie.
I don't know.
I didn't.
That sounded positive.
It is like I call people OG or big homie, but they're older than me. See what I'm saying? So you don't normally. You don't say it to people that are young. Typically, you don't say it to somebody that's younger than you, unless they're in a different place in life than you are. But yeah, I got big homie, and I was just like, I ain't that old. In my mind, I said that. You know what I'm saying? But on the inside, it felt good in the moment when it was.
But I mean, somebody 36 could call you big homie. That's a year.
That doesn't normally happen.
But you know what I'm saying? You don't know how old they are.
I know how old the person was who said it.
Were they like 8?
No, fool. Were they 8? 8-year-old don't use big homie terminology.
I'm just wondering, like...
They were in their late 20s.
Okay, so I was in a group of people.
You got big homie? Hey.
No. The age range, I would say 24 to 50. Mm. We all pretty much were the same.
No, 50-year-old person is OG.
What I mean is, in general, the conversation, we all knew what was going on. Mm. We all knew the topic. We were all able to just exchange information and communicate as though the 24-year-old and the 50-year-old could have a conversation. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like they were worlds apart in that moment.
Right.
And so I think sometimes I'm like,
what's the big difference?
We're not that old.
No, we're not. But it was the initial greeting of, what up, big homie? I was like,
did you know him?
Yeah. Good peoples.
Okay. No, clearly not.
No, them good people. I knew them when I was younger, when we were all little.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, what up, big homie? I was like,
how much younger are they than you?
Probably about 5 years.
And you don't think that's the same as being 36 to 37?
Nah. I'm just saying. The words is what threw me off. It was complimentary, but I don't want that compliment just yet.
Okay.
I don't want to be the big homie just yet. I ain't old. See, white people don't call each other big homies and shit like that.
No.
Or you would like if I was talking to an older gentleman that was in his late 40s, early 50s, I'd be like, what up, uncle? It's like short for uncle, but it just means that it's a respectable thing, but it also means like you're an elder statesman, I guess.
And big homie is like the same as unc?
No, it's the tier below it. Is it the tier below?
So like big brother?
Yeah. But whatever, you judge
from a 31-year-old.
So it still felt weird.
It should. Y'all are 5 years apart.
I mean, and that's still...
That's like me. That's like me calling a 39-year-old.
No, it's not. I've also been called...
How's it hanging, old man? We're a year apart.
I've also been called sir, and that's weird, from like a kid. It's respectable because obviously my kids...
I'm surprised.
What?
Anytime a young child says sir, I'm like, oh, good for you.
Who raised you?
Where's your parents?
You gonna give them a high five?
I'm like, good for you.
Well done.
Kudos.
No, I mean, I don't know. It was very nice though. But when I walked away, it was like, I don't know if I'm in the big homie status just yet.
What? So you're gonna get your lick back on them because they called you big homie?
No. There's nothing to be vengeful about. But yeah,
were you carrying your boo purse?
Oh, I just had to do it. No, sir.
I was looking for a good moment to bring up boo purse. She's sitting on the couch with you right now. Boo purse is on the camera. Can we show boo purse to the camera?
Man, I got me a backpack. Man, no damn purse. There you go.
So I learned a new word.
What's that? Boo purse? Well, the missus and her sister got jokes.
Listen, that's so funny to me. Yeah. First of all, if you're listening, go to YouTube.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
If you don't have an opportunity to go to YouTube, it's a backpack.
Thank you.
But it's a fancy backpack.
Yeah, it's just a fancy backpack. That's why.
So tell me about boo purse again.
They got jokes. So the missus got me one a couple years ago. It was Michael Kirk's backpack. And they
There's
surprised.
a Nicki Minaj lyric on that one. I gotta think of it there.
So they surprised me with it on Christmas.
You couldn't fuck with Michael Kors if you was fucking Michael Kors. Sorry,
I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they was like, yeah, because they know I'm not big on like getting stuff for Christmas. It's whatever. I really appreciate it. I'm not. They'll say, what do you want for Christmas?
All I want for Christmas is money.
Why?
I say it every year, and you still no money. My mom refuses. She's like, no.
Well, she won't pay for dinner. So
we still haven't had dinner.
Oh yeah, but y'all no longer live as close as y'all once did.
Been there several times.
Has she invited?
Huh?
Has she invited?
Yes.
Have you gone?
Nope.
What'd you tell her? You're like, nah, I'm good, boo.
I don't know.
Were you rude about it?
Can't make it.
As you drive by the house?
Yeah. Can't make it.
You ain't shit.
I'll break down eventually.
I know.
Yeah.
But no, so they know, like, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, it don't matter. Because I want something.
So now you say the latest boo purse.
No, I got this. I bought this one, but but no, so they surprised me with it, and then the running joke was, Lil Wayne has a lyric, he said, got my gun in my boo purse. As in, like, she smuggles it into the club so that I can have a gun in the club.
Do you think he meant like in her? Or like in her pocket?
In her purse.
Was she the boo purse?
You stupid as hell.
Do you know what I'm saying though? Like,
I don't believe that's what he meant.
Because part of me is like, is the lyric boo purse or is it booze purse?
Either.
Like the possessive.
I would have to hear it
booze,
again.
apostrophe S,
yeah.
purse.
I don't know. We call this in my booze purse.
There you go.
Or in my boo purse. One of the two.
What if that's not even the lyric?
It is though.
But what if it wasn't? What if all these years that's what y'all heard and
he
it wasn't?
Say none of that.
Yeah.
Like, well, I got two boo
Have you ever
now.
watched those misheard lyrics?
Yeah, they got them on TikTok.
Oh my God.
And it puts the captions.
Yeah. There's a Britney song, and for years, me and my friend Chocolate's World, we would be like, na 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 na. Didn't know the words. Nobody knew the words. And so one day, this like super Britney fan, which I'm a Britney fan, but they like read the lyrics, printed the lyrics out, like all kinds of stuff.
I used to get the CD cover.
And after all these years, it was leaving behind my name and age.
What's that mean? Death?
It was, now I can't think of the song.
Prostitution?
Slave for You. So the whole point of the song for Slave for You is dancing in the club.
Oh.
So it's leaving behind my name and age. Like I'm not famous. It doesn't matter how old I am. I'm just coming in the club and dancing.
Oh, okay.
So it's sort of it's a neat lyric, but none of it, but how she says it, and I'm like, but now that I know what the words are, it sounds clear as a bell.
Yeah, I've seen that. Like when they have those, it's like one word. You can listen to it on YouTube or whatever, and it'll say which word do you hear?
Yeah,
and the one you read is the one you hear, even though it's the exact same sound.
Yes.
There was an
Instagram post, and it like the words would like light up, and it would play the same sound, and then another, and I was like, they all sound the same.
Yeah, whatever one you look at is the one it sounds like. Well, have you ever been able to, you know those things when we were kids? It's like a square. It has that
Connect 4.
No, it's a picture. And then like when
Magic Eye.
Yeah, and you pull it
Magic
away,
Eye 3D,
and it turns into something. That shit doesn't work for me. Does it work for you?
Yeah.
Well, they don't work. Maybe because I wear glasses. Blind people like myself probably can't see it. But,
maybe.
Because it never worked. My eyes
Comment below if you wear glasses and you can see the Magic Eye 3D.
So you've been able to see it?
Yeah.
I've never been able to see it, but I wish I could.
It like pulls out.
Nah, it doesn't do that for me. It just blurs and unblurs. I swear. I would try that shit so much. I'd be like, why is it not working? And it would just go from blurry to not blurry. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
So it never...
Oh, that's sad.
It's all good.
No wonder you're so curmudgeon.
I know.
If you could have just seen those Magic Eye 3Ds, you'd be happier.
I'd be full of more joy and boo purses. So, getting that lick back.
There was mine, boo purse.
Is there any other instances you might be like, I'm going to get my lick back today, motherfucker?
I think sometimes I say stuff and make eyes at the camera on here just to make sure everyone knows what's going on.
Oh, he gets his lick back regularly, consistently. I have seen it.
Well, like you'll say something and I'll go, no, it's not going to happen. Because I know it's not going to happen. You're here today. I knew you were going to be here eventually. But
I was
sometimes 3 minutes late.
No, I wasn't. 9:59.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
9:50. I'm looking at the camera, 9:59. Actually, 9:58.
Just a second. If you're listening, I'm going back to the text message. Okay.
See, you got quiet.
You weren't here, but you said here.
I was out here. I didn't know where to go. It's my first time coming up here.
Okay.
See, he won't even admit he's wrong.
Okay.
Lick back.
I was wrong. No, I was wrong. I can admit I was wrong.
Hey, I'll be late next time.
I was told 10:03. Anyway.
Sounds early.
But like sometimes you'll say something and I'll go, I know it's not going to happen. Most of the time it's not you. And I'll go.
It's good life choices and bad life choices.
Nah.
Look at Buster. You coming through? We got too much stuff in the way. Can you fit through all that?
Look,
My man is graceful. What's up, baby?
Care. He'll just hit it anyway.
I ain't even petted you since petted. I have not pet you since I got here. My bad, big dog. Big homie.
Dog's dad.
Yeah.
Bless him.
How old is Buster again?
This current month right now, 11.
He's the big homie. Buster is the big homie.
He is big homie.
Because that would be 7 years, right? So he's 77.
Yeah.
Damn. At least I'm too old for this shit. I wish I'd be quiet.
He said, what are y'all doing next? I like when y'all are here.
Well, I ain't seen him for real. I ain't seen him what? About 4 or 5 months? Ain't been that long, has it?
Yeah. Probably 6. Like if you go back.
Video wise.
Dante's. The Dante episode was the beginning of the petty undisclosed location.
Becoming the main location.
And we did that ever since. Until today.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So however long ago that was. I mean, no complaints. I love the petty castle.
We like the good ambiance of the fireplace. Yeah. I like this too though. It's a good setup.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll have a table next time.
Oh, we good.
Yeah. Here at the new undisclosed location.
We're going to take y'all on the tour in a minute.
We're really not.
We're not. Somebody listen, like, how they going to describe it on the audio?
Oh, shit. It's your regular apartment.
No, it's nice.
What I mean is like, as far as like layout, it's a regular 2-bedroom apartment.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
You know what I mean? It's not
ugly
like
cowboy sign over there. Hey, only. I can't say nothing. They doing much better than we are in the division. But that's my lick back. Ha ha. Even though he ain't done nothing.
So you can just lick back for no reason, I guess. Are you looking for a lick back? Is that what that was? Are you crazy? Are you looking for a lick back?
No, I just did the intentional. It was, NFL camaraderie.
Is that camaraderie?
Yeah, it's NFC East. We talk shit. No, I really don't talk shit. I'm just being stupid.
Nosey with good intentions at gmail.com. Please feel free to email us. We haven't had an email in a while.
Yeah.
I thought too, if you have a burning question, or if you, listen, I thought about the other day, I thought, you know what? What if we did like advice?
I'm terrible at advice. No, I'm
I
actually
know,
good at it.
But wouldn't that be funny?
That would.
Like, we could do it comedically. Like, actually, like, sometimes, I'm word.
I'm not.
But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, with a hint of like sincerity, still like, it'd be funny. You know what I mean?
So we'll open up an advice line now?
Yeah. Why not?
That's fine.
People love to ask questions.
Why do you think we're here?
our whole existence. So ask a question, noseywithgoodintentions@gmail.com, or Instagram, noseywithgoodintention. You can also go with TikTok, Nosey Podcast.
Something like that.
Bitches ain't shit.
And they ain't saying nothing.
Then we have Twitter, bless her. Nosey Good. She's limping along. If you're on YouTube, hi. Good to see you. Good to be seen.
Got a new ambiance.
Little new venue here at the undisclosed location. Updated undisclosed location. Please like, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new video, which is every Tuesday at 11:30 until New Idea Tuesday.
Won't be no New Idea Tuesdays because we don't work together no more. I'll text him a new idea.
You have a new idea. We're not going to talk about it on here, but new idea coming soon. Enjoy.
Oh, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Has nothing to do with me. I wasn't involved in it. I have nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't even asked about it.
I didn't want to get shat on.
Wouldn't have mattered. Wouldn't have mattered either way. So anyway, now before Michael destroys the microphone, we also, if you're listening, hi, hello out there, podcast world, Nosey with Good Intentions on any podcast app.
All of them.
Please rate us. Make sure you're subscribed. Is that it?
Thank you for listening to our Nosey Nonsense.
See you next time.